My name is Helen Taylor, and I'm a volunteer in the costume shop. And it's our pleasure to dress all of the people who appear on our stages. The first show I worked on, or about the first show, we made some really beautiful costumes, and I can especially remember this gorgeous black suede coat we made for the star of the show. And during the show, I went to see the show, and I didn't know this was going to happen, but during the show he gets into a fist fight, and he takes this coat off and throws it across the stage floor, and I almost stood up and yelled, "No!" because it was so pretty, and we'd worked so hard to make it beautiful. And also the witches in that same show, we made some beautiful patchwork velvet robes for the witches, and they were really very, very pretty, and we put embellished them with braids and tapes, and they were just gorgeous. What I didn't know about that was that they had to be, what's the word, Nick? Aged, distressed. So after they were all built and looked so pretty, they took them in the other room, and when they came back, they'd sprayed paint all over them and got dirt all over them, you know. That was very disappointing. I thought, I don't know if I want to make all these pretty things and have them just ruined that way or not. But that's part of the learning experience. Now I can accept it. I don't like it, but I can accept it.
Have you learned to ask beforehand?
I do sometimes.
Yes.
And the day when the season is over, I wonder what I'm going to do with my time. And in fact, probably Nick could vouch for the fact that I called, all summer and says, "When are we going to start? When are we going to start?" I think he made up things for me to do just to keep me off his back.
I think it was like the first year I started working here, and we have like a volunteer party towards the end of the year, and they give out like little awards and things. I remember Mom reminded me that I was talking to her one night and saying how, because my sisters were always on stage and I was never like recognized as before T-Tap and anything
That
like
was the story I couldn't
Yeah.
remember. That was the one. That was the one about you. That's so
But
funny.
it was
That's
just funny
funny.
that I had
Yeah.
said that so recently, and then I had gone to the volunteer show and they had made up some random new award for technicians, and I was the one that they chose to award that day, and it was just kind of funny that I had said that, but they actually do notice everything you do here, and they appreciate everybody no matter what they do.
I have to dovetail on that because when you looked at me and said, "What's the story?" I said, "I know there's one about Carly," and that was the one I had wanted to say. She
Yeah,
was
it's like
she
11 or something.
She was about 11. She got involved really young, and she was lying in bed one night saying, "Allie's always the one who gets, everybody's always saying how great Allie's doing, how great Allie's doing, but I'm there so much, and it would just be so nice if somebody could say something." And I said, "Well, just keep doing what you're doing, and I know it's probably frustrating, and someday it'll come." And then that very spring, she got I believe it was the first Joey Hugdini Award, which is the person who most embodies community theater spirit, I think.
Technicians for technicians.
Yeah, and it was for technicians, and she was the first one. So I thought that was totally cool. And well-deserved, too.